close down the eyes. Just let your hands lay somewhere on top of your legs. You can let those elbows bend naturally down in towards your waist. You're going to lengthen your breath. Maybe noticing with your mind's eye that big expansion with each inhale. As you draw breath in with intention, and then without slumping, find that strong exhale as you push out each breath, right? Finding that engagement of your lower abdominals, that lifting of your pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale, drawing, you can push your belly out to create that vacuum, pulling your breath in. And as you exhale, send it out. We'll inhale 3 more times. Take full breath. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out, HA. Two more. Inhale all the way in. And exhale, push it out, HA. Last one, biggest one. Inhale all the way in. And exhale it out, HA. Seal your lips. Breathe in and out through your nose. Blink your eyes open. And drop your chin to into your chest. If you're not already in a crisscross applesauce, or Sukhasana is what this pose is called, with your legs crossed like that, get there. And bring your hands to the front of your knees. You're going to hold on tight as you send the middle of your back to the mat. So this is just like a seated cat pose. All the way rounded. You're pulling your shoulder blades apart, stretching that space in between them. And then we'll come all the way and find the opposite. So move back through center, push your heart through your arms and send your chin up, gazing up. And now moving with your breath, exhale all the way back. Inhale all the way through. 2 more, exhale all the way back. Inhale all the way through. Last one, exhale it back. And inhale it through. Then we start to stir the pot a little bit. So drop your left shoulder and then your right. Again, holding onto those knees as you make your way all the way through the back. Dropping that left and then your right. Going all the way back. One more, drop your left and then your right. And come all the way back. Switch directions. So right, left. You can add your breath here. Inhale forward. Exhale it back. Inhale forward. Exhale it back. And then we'll pause in the center. Start to reach your right fingertips to the right. You can even let that right elbow find the mat as you reach your left arm up and over. Finding a big stretch, still trying to anchor down through that left sitting bone. And then we'll come back through center. Allow that left forearm to come down and reach your right arm up and over. Come back in through center. We're going to twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Roll that right shoulder back. Sitting up tall. And then we'll bring that left hand behind you. Bring your right hand to the outside of that left knee. Sit up nice and tall, looking behind you. And we'll come back in through center. Roll right over those shins. And we'll send those feet back. Curl your toes under, hips high and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Shift your hips left and right. Maybe finding a little twist. So as you bend one knee, send it to the opposite side of the room. Come back through center, straighten that left, bend your other knee, and point it to the other side of the room. One more time each side. And we'll come back in through center and walk your hands back to your feet. Separate your feet, hip distance apart if they're not already. We'll hang for ragdoll. So pinkies find your elbow creases. We'll sway left and right. Head is heavy. Let the weight of your arms open up your upper back. And then release your fingertips down to the mat. We're just going to let them travel slowly up your legs as you roll it up one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to the top, reach your arms up, send your hips forward and dive your hands back. Come back in through center. We'll hinge at the hips. We're going to take 2 more of those. So soften your knees. Just let those fingertips drag up the fronts of your legs. Roll it up. Reach your arms up overhead. Send your hips forward. Dive your hands back. Inhale, center. Come all the way forward. One more time. You can soften your knees. Arms are heavy. Head is heavy. Roll it up. Reach your arms up. Hips forward, hands back, come back to heart center, and release your hands down to your side. Keep your feet hip distance apart. We're going to reach those arms all the way up. So we're going to take our side bending, and usually our feet are together, which makes this a bit of a balance challenge. We're going to keep our feet hip distance apart and see how that feels differently. So with your right hand, grab your left wrist. Just a lift up to the sky. See how much length you can find before you start to squeeze the right side of your waist and send your hips to the left. And then we'll come back up through center, switch. Bring your right hand up. Make that space, strong legs, hips go to the right. Bend over to the left. Come back in through center. Bring your hands to heart center. Heel toe your feet together and find Tadasana. Strong Tadasana. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, this time we'll come all the way down and walk those hands forward. Find your downward facing dog. Lift your heels up as high as they'll go. Stretch out your toes and the webbing between your toes. And then send those heels heavy to the mat. Again, inhale it up. And exhale it down. One more, inhale it up. We're going to roll it forward and find a plank pose. Place your right hand down below your face. You can modify the side plank. It's early in practice if you like, or you can reach your left arm up to the sky and maybe send your left arm overhead. You can always lift that left leg if you're ready for a little extra. And then we'll bring that left hand down all the way and we'll roll over onto the outside of that left foot. Hi, Cindy. And if you want to lift that right leg and bring your right arm overhead, you can. And we'll bring that right hand down. Find your plank pose. Rock forward. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale it right back up. Exhale halfway down. Inhale it up. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Cinnamon. And inhale into your baby cobra. No weight in your hands, using only the strength of your back. Curl your toes under and send your hips back for downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. We're going to step to the top of the mat. So see if you can keep your hands pressing down into the mat as you walk your feet all the way forward. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. We're going to take 4 Surya Namaskar A. So that's Sun Salutation A. So inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, head up, lengthen Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga, knees up or down, step or float. Inhale, either baby cobra, maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. And exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Fingers are spread, rooting down to your inner hand. I want you to get the sensation as you're pushing forward with your hands that someone is pulling your hips back so that the weight is heading towards your heels. You can even lift up your toes. Those arches of your feet should be lifted and engaged. Head is heavy like fruit off a tree. Bend your knees, look forward as you inhale. Float those feet between your hands, lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. Number 2, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Each down dog getting maybe a little bit more open, pushing the backs of your legs to the back of the room. Finding that smoothness and evenness to your breath. On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, float, lengthen, and fold as you exhale. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. Beautiful. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, feet back, Chaturanga. Inhale, push it through. Exhale, send it back. Arms are solid. If you have really open shoulders like I do, try not to hang in those ligaments, right? Continue to find some engagement, right? That's like a wrapping of your triceps down. That'll help you in every one of your arm balances, handstand for sure. Bend your knees, look forward. We're going to inhale it to the top of the mat. Lengthen and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. We've got one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga. Inhale, push it through. And exhale, downward facing dog. Finding your breath, pulling your belly button in. So downward facing dog is named downward facing dog. You've always seen a dog, all of you have seen dogs do this, right? And it's that shape that their rib cage makes. So their belly button is pulled in. It's an Uddiyana Bandha shape. Bend your knees, look forward. We'll float those feet between your hands, lengthen and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side, Tadasana. We're gonna separate your feet. We're gonna find Utkatasana with our feet hip distance apart for this first one. I want you to lower your hips. Right, so there's no weight in your toes. You should be able to float them around. Right, the weight is in your hips. Once you bring your hands right to the outsides of your thighs here, and find just a little bit of pressure of your knees out into your thighs, enough until you can feel your glutes turn on. So I want you to feel that it's pretty easy to chair without engaging much of your glutes, if you can believe it. So find that energy, sit a little bit lower. Keep working those glutes and reach your arms up. Sit a little bit lower. Holding it here. Find that engagement. Your belly button is pulled in. Your back is lifting your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through your heels. Lift it all the way up. Keep them engaged as you push your hips forward. Dive your hands back. We're going to come right back and sit. Now this time using your muscle memory to find that engagement, right? So there's just that little bit of an exterior rotation, enough to turn on your glute medius. Hold it. Sit a little bit lower. Challenge yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through your heels. Keep them engaged. Send your hips forward. Dive your hands back. One more. Sit it low. Getting warm. Pull your navel in. Reach it up. Your head can be neutral. You don't have to look up. But find those glutes. Find those legs. Sit lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands find the mat. We're going to step those feet back to plank and hold. So your rib cage is pulled in, your kneecaps are lifted, your quads are engaged, right? There's a lot of front body action going on. And then see if you can at the same time broaden your collarbones and do that wrapping movement. We'll bring your right hand down, reach your left hand up to the sky, and find your side plank. If you need to put your right knee down, put your right knee down, but we're all gonna lift that left leg. And then we'll start to crunch that left elbow to left knee and send it long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. That left elbow to your left knee, squeeze it. Same time, push that right hand down into the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it long and bring your left hand down. Lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Roll your shoulders back. Find your baby cobra and hold. So there's no weight in your hands. You're pushing into the tops of your feet. And then scoot your hands back about 3 or 4 inches and start to push and lift into your upward facing dog. Strong legs. Heart is lifted, chin is up. Good, now here's the fun part. We're just gonna flip and find a plank. Fun, right? Hips high and back. Come forward into your plank. We're gonna bring that left hand down and we'll find the other side. So roll onto the outside of that left foot, reach your right arm up. Now, if you need to bring that left knee down to the mat, bring it down. But we're all gonna lift that right leg up and send your right fingertips overhead. And then we'll squeeze it in. 5, send it long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this one. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Push the earth away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send everything long. And then bring your right hand down and hold your plank. Ribs are engaged. Hold in. Strong front body. Calm thoughts. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. And exhale, knee to nose, round it in, round it in, round it in, and then step your right foot between your hands. Sweep it up, crescent lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna lean it forward. Keep a nice deep bend in that right knee, and we're just gonna step into chair. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Roll that right shoulder back. Stay low in your chair. Come back to center. As you push into your right heel, I want you to lift that left knee up and reach your fingertips for the sky. So we're going to do that again. Sit low into your chair. Really activate that right leg as you lift and reach. Sit it low. Good. Push through that right heel, lift and reach. Sit it low. We got 2 more. These are one-legged squats. Pull it up and sit it low. Last one. Reach, and we'll find a warrior 3. So send that left heel behind you. Reaching your fingertips forward. Soften that right knee, step into crescent. And then drop your hands, any vinyasa you like. Bring that right foot back to meet your left. We'll lower halfway. If you're working on chin stands, handstands, go for it. And we'll find downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up behind you. And exhale, knee to nose, round, 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 round. Step your left foot between your hands. Sweep it up. Crescent lunge. Strong legs. Bring your hands to heart center. Get low in that left knee. And we'll just step your right foot forward. Find your chair. Twist to the left. Roll that left shoulder back. Navel pulled in. Knees are even. Come back to center. Now we're going to push through that left heel as you lift everything up. Again, lower into that chair. Good. Push and reach. Lower it down. Got 3 more. Push and reach. Lower it down. 2 more. Bring it down. Last one. Whoop, hold it. We'll send it back. Warrior 3. Right heel goes straight back. Soften that left knee. Step into crescent. Reach your arms up. And we'll bring those hands down to the mat. Any vinyasa you like. Inhale your right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot between your hands again. Crescent lunge. Inhale it up. Hands to heart center. Step that left foot next to your right. Twist to the right. This time you can open up your arms, or you can bring your hands down to the mat. Take it upside down. Find your side crow. If you're in your side crow, bring it back. Everyone come to center. We're going to push through that right heel, reach it up. This time we're going to cross that left ankle over your right knee and sit it low. Again, push through your right heel. Everything whoop, goes up to center. And exhale it down. Nice and low, figure 4. 3 more. Push. Lift everything up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push. Exhale, lower. Woo. Inhale, push. Somebody's not muted. Exhale, lower. And keep holding it. Lower, lower, lower. Flex that left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through your right heel, reach everything up. Ooh, and send that left leg straight back. Warrior 3. Soften your right knee. We're going to step that left foot back. Find your crescent. And exhale. Hands find the mat. Move through your vinyasa. Hold it here. 5 breaths. There we go. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee all the way forward, round your back. Step your left foot forward. Inhale it up, crescent. Bring your hands to heart center, sit it low. We're gonna step that right foot forward and then twist to the left. Again, option to open up your arms, option to plant your hands. Look forward, lean forward, take it upside down if you like. Bring your feet back down if you did so. We'll come back into center. We're gonna push into that left heel as you reach everything up. This time, we'll come down into that figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left. Inhale, push through your left heel. Reach everything up. Exhale it down. Woo, figure four. Inhale, push and reach. Exhale, send it down. Inhale, push and reach. Exhale, send it down. Inhale, push and reach. Exhale, lower it down and hold. A little bit deeper, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through that left heel, reach everything up, and we'll start to kick your right heel back. Find your warrior 3. Step it back. Inhale, crescent. And exhale, hands find the mat. Any vinyasa you like. Inhale your right leg up. This time we're going to open up the hip and rotate that right knee up. Pushing forward with your hands. Come up high onto the ball of that left foot. So lift your left heel up. We're going to shift your shoulders up over your wrist and then start to roll over for a wild thing. Reach your right arm up and over. We'll bring that right hand down. Send that right knee under you. Kick it out to the left and reach your left arm up and over. Again, bring that right knee under you, up and over, all the way to a wild thing. Right arm over. And exhale, right hand comes down. Bring your knee under you and just kick it out. Don't even let it hit the mat. Left arm up and over. One more. Left hand comes down. Right foot goes behind you. And then right hand comes down. And right foot goes out to the left. Left arm up and over. Left hand down. We'll step that right foot between your hands and bring it up for warrior 1. Palms together, gazes up. We'll open it up for warrior 2. We'll tuck that left hip under you as you bend that right knee, looking out over that right hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle. You can take a modification. You can take this variation, or you can take your extended side angle. Push into your right heel. Lift it all the way up. Reverse your warrior. And then we'll come back to warrior 2 and bring those right toes in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips. We'll bring those hands down to the mat. And start to walk your fingertips in line with your toes. If it's a safe space for you and you're not in front of a bookshelf or anything, and you want to plant your hands, your head, and take it upside down, you certainly can. And find your tripod. Or maybe you're just working on that opening of the backs of your legs. If you're in a tripod headstand, come on down, hinging at the hips. See if you can lightly place your feet right back where they were. Everyone, hands to your hips. Lift it all the way up. We'll find those warrior legs. And then we'll find that crescent lunge. So rotating on that back leg, squaring off your hips. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to lean it forward and twist to the right. You can open up your arms here if you like to do that. Inhale, come back to center. Reach your arms up. We're going to bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Drop your left knee and point your right toes out to the right, coming down for a lizard pose. Keep that heart and your hips moving forward, but you can come down onto your forearms. You can always let that right knee fall out to the right, rolling onto the outside of that right foot, the pinky side. And then you'll walk your hands back in. Plant your left hand right below your left shoulder. And bring your right hand to the inside of that right thigh and roll your right shoulder back. If it's available to you and you can reach that right hand behind you, pick up your left foot and pull it in. And then release that right foot. We're going to heel toe that right foot over to the left and come into a quick pigeon pose. We're not going to stay that long. Don't get too comfortable. But we do want to find a little bit of a more opening in that right hip. So pushing into the top of your left foot, really engaging that left side. You lift your heart. You can even walk those fingertips back. You can even place them on top of that right side. Give yourself a little bit more space. And then we'll fold into that right leg. And bring your hands in. We're going to sit up tall, roll onto the outside of that right foot, and bring your left foot over to the other side of your right knee. Square off your hips. You can pull that right hip, that right heel a little bit closer into your hip. Push into your hands, lift your hips. Make sure you're nice and grounded. We'll bring that left hand behind you, and bring that right arm up. And bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. Find some length. And as you exhale, a little bit of rotation. And come back to center. We're going to send both feet forward. You can adjust where you are on your mat. We're coming into Navasana. So allow your feet to float up. Your heart is lifted. If you need to keep those knees bent, you can certainly keep them bent. But your heart is up, your shoulders are back, your gaze is up. And then we'll lower. You're going to find 10. Inhale it up and exhale it back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Bend your knees. We're going to come all the way to a stand. Lift it up. Woo! A little bit wobbly for me. And then bring your hands to heart center. Push into that right foot. We're going to pick up your left knee and rotate it out. And find a home for that left foot that isn't your right knee. So it can be your calf. You can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. Hands are at heart center. Belly button pulled in. Holding your tree pose. Finding a soft place to gaze, right, without burning a laser through it. So relax the intensity of wherever you're looking. Soften it, maybe even try to close your eyes. Then we're going to rotate that left knee forward, pick it up, find that 90 degrees once again. We'll bring your right hand to your right hip. Bring your left peace fingers down to that left big toe and kick it out. Heart is lifted. Open it out to the left. Gazing out to the right. We'll come back to center, release your toe, kick it out. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left foot down. Inhale, your arms reach up overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips, soften your knees as you separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes, bend your knees as much as you need to find some space and lengthen your heart. Head up. And as you exhale, hips go high, elbows bend out for Padangusthasana. And release your big toes. Heel toe your feet together. We're going to plant those hands, lift your heels, bring your knees to the outsides of your shoulder blades, of your armpits. Look forward, lean forward. Maybe those feet lift, maybe not. For 3, 2, shoot it back. Find your chaturanga, move your vinyasa, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Behind you, 3-legged dog, and then open up the hip. Rotating that left knee up even more, pushing forward with your hands, shoulders are square. Then we're going to come high under the ball of that right foot and roll your shoulders up over your wrists. So to rotate onto the outside of that right foot and lightly lay your left foot behind you as you reach your left arm up and over. And we'll bring that left hand down, bring your left knee under you, and just kick it out to the right. Right arm up and over. Bring your right hand down. Again, bring that left foot behind you. Left arm up and over. Lay your left hand down. Left knee goes under you. Kick that left foot to the right. One more time. Right hand down. Left foot behind you, wild thing. And then left hand down. Left foot to the right, fallen triangle. And bring your right hand down. We'll step that left foot between your hands and come up for warrior 1. Palms together. Open it up. Warrior 2, looking out over that left hand. Strong legs, you should be able to see that left big toe. Tucking that right hip under you as you bend that left knee. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Again, you can modify, or you can take extended side angle. And then we'll push into that left heel. Reach it all the way back. Straighten your left leg. Parallel your feet. Hands come to your hips. Actually, let's bring hands behind you and interlace your fingers. We'll find a shoulder rinse. So inhale, lift. Exhale, start to hinge at the hips. Rocking weight into your toes, crown of your head comes down to the mat. Push into your feet. We're going to lift it all the way up. Point your left toes to the front of your mat. Find your warrior legs. And then we'll find that crescent lunge. Sweep your right arm forward. Pick up your right heel. Find a strong crescent lunge. And then we'll bring both hands down to the inside of that left foot. As you bring your right knee down, heel toe that left foot out to the left, and find a lizard pose. You can bring your forearms down to the mat. You can let that left knee fall out to the left, rolling onto the outside of that left foot. And then you'll plant your right hand underneath that right shoulder and just bring that left hand to the inside of your left thigh, finding a nice big psoas stretch on the right side. You can reach that left hand back if that's available to you and pick up your right foot and pull it in any amount, maybe rotating your heart or your gaze or both up to the sky. Then release your foot. Bring your left hand in. We're going to heel toe that left foot over to the right. And get ready for our half pigeon. Walking your right leg back. Maybe walking your fingertips in. You can always bring your hands on top of that left thigh or left shin, pushing into the top of that right foot. So really trying to find a big opening there. And then as you're ready, folding over that left leg. I'm going to walk those hands back in. We're going to sit over on that left hip and swing your right leg all the way around. Adjust where you are, right? Nice even hips. You can bring that left heel closer into your hips. You can step that right foot under the outside of that left knee. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm up. And then we'll bring that left elbow outside of your right knee as you roll that right shoulder back. And then we'll unwind. We're going to bring those knees together. Bring your feet together. Find your half lift. Lift your heart. Shoulders are back. Send your hands forward. If it's available to you, you're going to grab those big toes and start to lift and extend, pushing through the balls of your feet, the base of your big toes. Shoulders stay back, gaze stays lifted. Let go of your feet, don't let anything move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take 10 more lower to low boat and then lift it up for 10. Lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Bring your knees in. We're going to come all the way to a stand. I'm wobbly today, I'm not going to lie. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to pick up that right knee and rotate it out. Find a home for that right foot. That is not your left knee. You can bring it high if that feels good. We're going to hold this tree, so find your stability. Find your core. Find that deep lift and that rooting down of your left leg. Again, check in with how sharply your gaze is. Burning a hole through something, maybe you close your eyes. And find your breath. And we'll bring that left hand to your left hip. Bring your right knee forward. I'm going to pick up that right big toe. Heart is lifted. We'll kick it out. Oh, you're going to have to excuse me. I have a torn hamstring, so I'm going to keep that knee bent. We'll send it out to the right. We'll come back to center. Kick it out and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right foot down to meet your left. Arms up. And exhale. Hands find the mat. We're going to send it back to plank pose. So you can just step your feet back because we're going to drop those forearms and walk your feet in for dolphin. So you've got lots of choices. If your shoulders are tired, you can always bring your knees underneath your hips, bring your elbows forward, bring your palms together, and maybe bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. If you want to go upside down in either a headstand or a forearm balance, you can do that. If you want to tap your nose and send it back, maybe 10 times, you can do that. If you're not quite at your forearm balance, but you sure would like to be, then you're going to bring your palms down to the mat. Try to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. Shift your gaze and shift your shoulders forward. Your gaze will be right about between your wrists. Lift one leg, and maybe all you do is take some jump switches. Switching your legs upside down, trying to get a little bit more air, right? Just trying to find a, and your jump switches can start here, right? That's good. Just trying to make that mental shift into bringing weight onto your forearms and getting your feet off the ground. And if you're upside down in some inversion, come back down. And then we'll all bring those knees down. But we're all going to take a puppy pose. So try to line up your knees right underneath your hips. I'll turn this way. So we're not coming into child's pose, we're going to come into puppy pose. You got to lift those hips, send your, the full variation. If you have really open shoulders, you can take the full puppy pose variation. Otherwise, just send your elbows forward, tuck your chin, and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. It's really nice. Especially if you do a lot of vinyasas, those triceps get pretty sore. And then we'll keep those hips over your shoulders. Over your knees. And bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. So we're in a nice little tabletop position here. And we're going to start to walk those right fingertips all the way to the left, all the way to the left, all the way to the left, until the right side of your forehead comes down to the mat. And then you're going to send those left fingertips forward and start to roll that left shoulder down. So what we're trying to stretch right there is the space between your shoulder blades and your spine. And if that feels pretty good and you want a little bit more, some more twist action, you can bring that left hand down, place it on top of your right forearm and push. And that'll bring you into more of a spinal twist. Uh-oh, I'm about to get ambushed. Sorry. And then we'll come back to center in our tabletop and start to walk those left fingertips as far as you can over to the right till your left side of your forehead comes down, and then walk your right hand forward and start to roll that right shoulder down. And if you took the second option on this, on the first side, do it here. Bring that right hand in, place it right on top of that left forearm, and push. And then we'll bring both hands forward. You know, honey. And walk your shins forward to the top of the mat. And set up for camel. So, camel pose, if you're, this may be more comfortable for you outside of the hot room. So if you are somebody that gets like super nauseous when we do this in class in the studio, you might have a little bit more luck here today. So bring your pinkies together behind your back. I'm gonna roll those shoulders back. Find some strength in your feet and your legs as you push down and send your hips forward. We'll do 2 rounds. For maybe this first time, all you do is think about finding that big lift, right? How tall can you be? Can you touch your heart to the ceiling? Maybe just lifting your gaze. Taking your time. And then we'll come up and have a seat. And just let that be. Maybe find some nice neutral neck rolls. Switching directions. And then we'll come back up. Feet are hip distance apart. Bring your hands behind you. Again, start to send those hips forward. As you lift, find that big long line. You can always stay right here if it's available to you and you have the space. Maybe you reach back and grab your heels, and then once you do, send those hips forward once again. And we'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your heels. Nice and slow, come on up and have a seat. Knees together, ankles together. Bring your pinkies into your hip creases. Actually, well, yeah, let's do that. Tuck your chin around your back. Just let those elbows hang as you bring your forehead down to your knees. And then make your way back up. Keep your hips on your heels. You're going to interlace your hands and bring them over to the left side of your waist and drop your left ear to your left shoulder, finding a stretch along the top of that right shoulder. And then we'll switch those interlaced hands over to the right. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then we'll bring your hands forward. You can cross your ankles and sit all the way back. Adjust where you are in your mat. Bring your knees in. You can rock a little bit of left and right on your low back. We're going to send those feet mat width distance apart. Bring your arms out either wide like a capital T, or you can let them go overhead in like a soft diamond. We'll let those legs fall over to the right. And then bring your right ankle, so you can stay right here. And if you have enough sensation, if you're super tight on your hips, then maybe you just stay right here. If you've got a little bit of room for a little bit more stretch, you can cross your right ankle over that left knee and let the weight of your right leg help encourage the internal rotation. You can even walk those left toes out to the left. And then we'll release that right foot down to the mat. Bring your knees up, sort of even out your hips. Keep those feet nice and wide, and let those knees go over to the left. So again, this is a great place to work, and if this is you, then you're going to stay right there. If you need a little bit more, then cross your left ankle over your right knee. Just let the weight of that left leg help open up the right, and then you can walk that right foot out even more if you need a little bit more. And then we'll come back into center. We're going to finish our practice with a supine twist. So let your left leg go long. We'll bring that right knee all the way in. And allow your left hand to guide your right knee over to the left, right arm long to the right. And then we'll bring that right knee in. And bring your left knee in to meet it. Give them both a nice squeeze together. And we'll send that right leg long. Pull that left knee all the way into your left shoulder before allowing your right hand to guide it over to the left. Maybe extending that left arm long to the left. And then we'll come back into center. Put both knees in one last time. Maybe tuck your chin, maybe round your back, maybe even grab for opposite elbows around your shins. Really pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. And then we'll send everything long. So we're going to take a few breaths here. Oh my goodness. Before we say goodbye. So tucking your shoulder blades underneath you. Letting your hands just be out from your sides, palms face up. Toes flopped out. Letting go of even the breath. Letting go of whatever does not serve you. With each exhale, surrendering. Surrendering. Letting go of all that you can't control. Letting go of anything negative that you are thinking that's been going through your mind. With each inhale, just pulling in all of the love and joy and light that you have of everything in your life for which you are so grateful, your family, your friends, your health, your pets, and the roof over your head, the food over your table, the breath in your lungs, the beat of every single heart. As you're ready, come to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste, yogis. I'm gonna unmute you guys so I can say goodbye.